All of our MOSAIC moments and our MOSAIC philosophy are based out of meeting the core psychological needs of people with dementia. And the first one is to give and receive love. When you think about it, how many of our residents get a hug a day if we weren't caring for them?
Probably not at all.
Very few of them. We have residents who don't have family members who are even present anymore. In life, we need 4 hugs a day to survive, 8 hugs a day to maintain our health, and 12 hugs a day to enhance our health. So think about it. If we didn't hug them, would they even survive? They need that to give and receive love. And you know, the great thing about a hug is when you give it, you typically get it back. But you know, even our family members don't know how to hug anymore. We had a gentleman in Eau Claire who was very, very tall. And he was hunched over in his wheelchair, okay? And he had this little wife. And she said to me one time, she was crying, she said, I wish I could get a hug. I miss his hugs. I kind of looked at her and I go, I can get a hug. And I literally got down on the floor on my hands and knees, crawled up inside his arms and gave him a hug. And he just kind of flopped his head over a little bit, nothing much, but it was a hug. So I got back up. Said, that's my hug. She got down on her hands and knees and sat and hugged him for half an hour. It was the best hug she'd ever had. And every day when she would come, she would hug him. You know, and I swear that man was sitting up better within just a few months, sitting a little stronger, a little taller, because of that love. And you see that. We have residents who often come from other places, and they flourish because of our hug therapy. We believe in hug therapy at Azura. It is obviously with permission and where appropriate. But hug them. We had a woman who was discharged from another memory care home because she swore. She swore. She was sent to behavioral health to be medicated because she swore. Behavioral health called and said, hey, Azura, this woman doesn't need to be here. Can you come help us? So we did, and we brought her down, and we learned that her personal history was that she grew up in New Jersey. She was an only child, and her parents' language was, how the blankety blank are you doing today? You look really blankety blank good. Okay? So that was part of her vernacular. So as she goes backward in time, that vernacular is going to come out more, right? So really, she thought she was in her 30s to 20s. She was also kind of a ward of the state. She had a public guardian. She really had no family that was left. And it was about a week after she moved in, and she was this tall drink of water, about 6 foot tall. And if you approached too fast or too tall, she did not like it because she was the queen bee of the house. It was very apparent to anybody else. About a week after she moved in, her public guardian comes flying down to my office and says, Paula, I just got a hug. Now I thought to myself, yeah, what's your point? She goes, I have been her guardian for 3 years. I've never gotten a hug before. And I said, well, we believe in hug therapy here. Is that okay? She said, it's awesome. And every time she came to visit, she would get a hug from this resident. She lived with us successfully with very little expression issues for years and years and years. But she had been discharged for swearing. But we helped her. That's exceptional, to give and receive love, to have self-esteem boosted. When we looked in the mirror this morning, did you look in the mirror and go, whoa, I look fantabulous. I am one sexy thing. I should be on Vogue. Odds are we did not, okay? Odds are we looked down and went, oh, what happened? Really? Oh my God. Okay, right, we didn't. Now imagine you look in the mirror and you think you're 30 and you see a 90-year-old staring back at you. And on top of that, you have this amazing, loving family who wants to keep you safe. So no, you can't drive. No, you can't cook. No, you can't do your checkbook. No, you can't go to church on your own. No, 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 no. After a while, what does that do to your self-esteem?
Takes it away.
Completely tears it down, takes it away. Here's the thing, guys. This is what's happening with our residents. And it's not intentional. People aren't doing it to be malicious. It is, again, that I want to keep them safe mode. But what we don't realize is we do it too. No, you can't go outside. No, I can't take you to the bathroom right now. No, you need to sit down. No, no, no. Here's a newsflash. Moving forward, there's no no's at Azura. We have to come from a place of yes. Yes, you can go outside. It's 20 degrees below zero. Put a hat and a coat and mittens on them. Take them outside. 2 steps out, odds are they're going to turn around and come back. And if they don't, take a walk. 5 steps out, they're going to turn around and come back. Very few of our residents are actually going to take that 2-mile hike down the highway. And if you really think they're going to, take them in the backyard. Instead of saying, no, sit down, no, sit down, no, sit down, say, yes, let's go for a walk. Fantastic. Dishes can wait. Laundry can wait. This person can't. In this moment, they have the strength and the power and the drive to want to do. So we need to do it. And when they do it, it doesn't matter if it's 5 steps, if it's an entire puzzle they did by themselves, if it's one piece of that puzzle. Amazing job. You are awesome. You did a good job. You are beautiful, and you boost that self-esteem. I'm going to pick on you, Kristen. If I walked up to you and said, Kristen, let's take your medications, are you going to say yes?
No.
No, she's going to say no. Kristen, you are beautiful. Let's take your medications.
That might work.
That might work, right? Okay? It's the thing. Boost them. Because nobody else really is. They all look at them as someone who's lost. We need to look at them as someone who can live with the proper supports, love and support, that mosaic. That's what we're creating at Azura. To be needed and useful. My dad worked 33 years at Uniroyal, and he was a full-time farmer and a full-time father. And now he can't even put his own shoes on? Are you kidding me? Why does he want to get out of bed? You know, when we retire, we all think we're going to drink margaritas for the first 5 days, or in some cases, 5 weeks. That'll probably be good. And then we go, now what? Now what do I get up for? So why can't they do laundry with us? Literally, like, help us in the laundry room? Why can't they make their own bed? Sort their own socks? Go outside and rake leaves with us? Even in a wheelchair? Why can't they? They can. Why can't they do rounds with us? Here's a scenario. You have somebody who wants to go to outside all the time, and yes, it's midnight and you can't maybe do that at this moment, okay? Take them on rounds and have them sing Jingle Bells and hold the gloves for you outside of the room that you're in helping that resident, because they can't come in while you're changing someone, right? But if they sing Jingle Bells with you the entire time, you know where they're at. They're doing something needed and useful. You've engaged them. They feel important. We have one house where they have chiefs. So he goes around with a clipboard and checks to see if all the beds are made. We have to know what their thing is that makes them feel needed and useful and go to it. To have the power to choose. Again, we often make decisions without even contemplating what they want. I'm already starting my quality of life profile for my care team when they need me. It's not going to be pretty, just so you guys all know. And here's the thing, guys. I'm training you because the people who come after you, they're going to care for people that I love. And eventually, probably, considering that we've got about 9 people in this room, 3 of us are going to need Azura's support. 3 of us. So wouldn't you want to know that the caregiver that you've trained up is as good or better than you? So my care plan specifically says, do not put me in pink. Pink is a beautiful color. Not on me. Not on me. I look like puke. Okay? But I know that I'm probably going to have this wonderful daughter-in-law who, when she sees this video, is going to be like, my mother-in-law knew me already? Okay. It's going to buy all pink for me just to tick me off. Okay? But I hope that I have that caregiver who's read my quality of life profile and said she hates pink. Her whole closet's pink except for this one blue shirt. So when I walk in there today, I'm going to say, Mrs. Gibson, it's so good to see you. You are beautiful. I have a blue shirt and a pink shirt, and I know that you can't probably answer me, but I want you to know I know you. And I know if you had the ability to tell me, you would probably choose the blue shirt because it's your favorite color and you look so good in it. So we're just going to put that pink one in the garbage. No, away. Don't throw anything away. Tell the director first, okay? But you're going to put the blue shirt on. And even though I can't say thank you, my heart is saying thank you for knowing me. But you always want to ask that resident if you can, Mrs. Gibson, would you like the pink or the blue shirt? And wait that beat. You know, I know you really like blue, so let's wear that today. You've given them the power to react. Don't just walk in, go to their closet, fling it open, grab a shirt, throw it over their head. It doesn't speak to any of our core values, and it definitely doesn't speak to their core psychological need. To still care for self and others or nurture. Do we use baby dolls in our homes?
Yes.
Yes, we do, but it's so undignified, right? That's a baby doll, and my dad is holding a baby doll? Now, if we had a family member say that, obviously we want to hand it over to our executive director to talk with them about. And the executive director is going to go to the why. I understand you feel that way. And we had this happen. I had a family who thought their dad should not be playing with baby dolls. And I'm somewhat blunt, and I said to them, well, you've always said your dad was very good. He was a good dad. Well, yeah. What you're seeing right now is how your dad was with you as a baby. He loved to cuddle with you. He loved to sing with you. And if we give him this baby doll, he feels connected. He feels like he is giving back. He is nurturing something. And the whole day then, he is delightful. But if we don't, he's not in a good mood. He will hit us. He will spit at us. He will swear at us. So which would you rather have? A happy dad who feels respected and useful and has that core psychological need to still care for self and others met? Or the one who feels completely alone and alienated? They got us another baby doll. Sometimes helping families understand the why is so important. Our residents need to care for self. On our quality of life calls, we have talked about the need to nurture. It's as simple as bringing in bulbs and throwing them in a vase full of rocks. We have houses that are growing things inside their homes. And they're taking little spray bottles about 10 times a day, those residents, and spraying the leaves and watering the plants. But if we've got plants in the house, why can't the residents help us? Why? So what if it's a tiny little med cup and they go and do it 10 times a day? It doesn't have to be one big watering can. Summer's coming. We can do the same thing outside, right? They need to give that nurture. Babies, pets, dolls, growing things. Those are all ways that they can nurture and get that core psychological need met. And then to experience joy and laughter. We all want that, right? We want to have fun. We want to have fun at work. We want to have fun at Azura. We want to have fun together. And they do too. There is nothing better than to walk into a house that is laughing and having a good time.